Hey guys, so I felt really compelled to make this video today for some reason, just because I feel like it's very relevant and it will be interesting to look back on in the future. But I also think it can be very helpful. Basically, the topic of this video is burnout and kind of pushing through the burnout and just persevering through things. And I know I've talked about similar things before, but I really kind of feel that right now. As you guys can see, I'm in the parking lot of Jimmy John's right now, which I know Jimmy John's is kind of a controversial establishment because of the CEO, or it's kind of a questionable character, but it's raining. It's 39 degrees right now. I do live in the South, and I'm not used to this kind of weather, and I don't know why I thought, because I do love rain, but I don't like cold rain, and I especially don't like the combination of rain and 30, 40 degree weather, or 50 degree weather, which was kind of how Seattle is 10 months out of the year. I mean, there's always those days where we would see sun, but I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I underestimated how much I would dislike that kind of weather, and as per usual, my bangs are acting up. So as some of you guys know, if you've been following my channel recently, I've been doing a lot of interviews, and I try to put out content regularly. I try not to, there's days that it's not like I necessarily have a consistent time I upload, and in the future I want to. And there's days that I'll go a couple of days without posting or something. But I think I don't know how many interviews I did this weekend. It's easy to count, but my mind is just not working right now. And I'm going to continue to do interviews because I find it very interesting. So far, everybody's been amazing. It's been really interesting to get people's just different perspectives and experiences, regardless of what type they are, because everybody has a different background in some form. Nobody has the same exact experience. Maybe if you're like a identical twin or something, I don't know. But even at that, so I really do enjoy these interviews, but as an introvert, as someone who feels, I feel most comfortable when I'm in my room, not where I am living right now, but let's say hypothetically in the future, I have a nicely decorated room that has the space, it's kind of like my calm space, and I'm able to just recharge and light a candle and listen to Harry Potter audiobooks and drink tea. That's and paint and draw. That's kind of like my baseline. That's what I prefer in life. And I'm also very ambitious too, but it's so easy for me to be kind of in that natural space, that more natural space of mine, to just want to stay comfortable in that space. And I think other people can relate to that. Maybe not the same space, maybe not the same situation, or maybe you're not so comfortable in your room, but I love people, but interacting with people, especially through the interviews, because even though I have ideas in mind, I don't really write down questions. I kind of just let it go naturally. And I always have questions in my mind in general. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's just regular questions I ask people in general, regardless of in an interview. So, but either way, it pushes me to interact with more people, but at the same time, because of that social interaction, I still get a bit drained from it. especially like this weekend, because I think I said this in one of the interviews, but I think it was Saturday, I didn't even leave the house, besides taking my dog for a walk. And it's, I really appreciate doing this stuff, and I want to continue to do it, but I know in the future I won't be able to do whatever amount of interviews I did this weekend, and it's gonna have to be more scheduled. That being said, I do have an interview tonight with a fellow INFJ, Samantha, so hopefully you guys tune in for that. I think she's really awesome, and there's gonna be more interviews this week. But I guess the way that I push through the burnout, kind of the topic of this video, is I just think of, I'm constantly thinking about what my dreams are, what my vision is for my life. And I know that interviewing people, producing content, all of these other things that are kind of in my web of ideas, I constantly have a notebook, and I just kind of scribble ideas in messy handwriting, and I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do, and I know that if I just go with what's comfortable for me, so for example, what would have been comfortable for me is, and I still get this even though I fight through it, is the urge to just cancel interviews and not do them and be like, oh well, I'm just gonna or just not make videos or whatever it is, and just sit at home or go to a coffee shop or do something that's just like maybe more comfortable for me. But I always think back to my mission, my goal, my why, for why I'm wanting to do things, and that's what pushes me. And it's easier said than done, especially in times of depression. I know at some point all of us experience some form of depression, and maybe it's not clinical depression, but you have highs and lows in your life, and I feel like actually those lows really do make the highs better. And I'm not saying, there's some really horrible lows that people go through that I cannot even imagine or comprehend going through, and still being able to wake up in the morning and go throughout life. Like, there are some really horrible things that have happened to people that it just amazes me how they're able to have a positive attitude. But even the smaller things that are maybe negative, sometimes it's hard to push through those things, and sometimes it's hard to pull yourself out of that space, especially if you are depressed or in a negative space. And I mean, all I can say is, I've said this so many times, but I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional. If you guys can see, as I say that, I'm getting hives on my chin, probably from the cats, and this probably has cat hair, yep it does, on it. I'm not a professional. I have never studied psychology. I guess, I've studied a lot about psychology, but I've never been formally trained, so please do not take everything I say, don't take everything I say at face value. Everybody's experience is different, and everybody can deal with burnout differently, but I think a core way of dealing with burnout is just to have this vision. I believe in writing things down. I believe in being grateful. I believe in saying thank you, even if it's in your head. Saying thank you for what you have, because it could always be worse. And I know that there's so many people that are experiencing way worse things than I am, even though it's been really hard, living in this little place that I've been living in. We don't have any heat, and it's been kind of difficult. I've been sleeping on an air mattress for the last few months. That's not a preferable situation, but I'm pushing through it. I'm continuing to just not focus on those things, even though sometimes I slip up. And it's okay to slip up. It's okay to have those moments where you are selfish, or you fall off the wagon while you're going on your path. And it's okay to switch paths. But I do think that when you have a purpose, and everybody has a different way of discovering their purpose, but what helps me is personal development. I love listening to audiobooks. I love listening to talks of like motivational speakers. That's something that really helps me. And again, this is not a professional saying this. Maybe you need to talk to a professional to help you with that burnout. But all I can say is it's going to get better, and you just have to push through it. And again, that's easier said than done. And there's been so many moments where I didn't push through it and I quit. But I guess I've kind of made it a habit of posting videos and doing these interviews and just kind of being, I guess, connected with YouTube, despite the fact that I don't have that many subscribers. That doesn't really matter to me. I have a mission, I have a vision, I have a why, and I want to share those things with people. Why am I crying? Guys, I'm so emotional. I'm like about to cry. I guess I just feel very passionate about this, and I feel like, and please don't say, oh, like, Emily, don't cry. It's just something I can't help. And it's not bad tears, these are happy tears. I just feel so connected to my vision, to my why, to what I want to do, that it's like I just have this resilience inside me that I just really want to do the things that I've always dreamed of doing. And I want other people to feel that. And I want other people to, find things that resonate with them, and it's not gonna be the same things as me. Oh my gosh, I'm such a baby. Anyways, this is such a mess, and I look like a mess. And again, it's not me bashing myself. So don't say, oh, Emily, don't say that. Really, I believe me. I could look worse. I definitely know that. But I don't really give a shit, really, honestly. At the end of the day, I have those blinders on, and it just makes me so happy to talk with people, and I know that not everybody agrees with me, and I'm okay with that. There's a lot of things about typology that people don't agree with, that I talk about, and I listen to those people, and sometimes it's constructive criticism, and it's really helpful, and I always want to get better. But I'm not going to listen to the naysayers. I'm not going to listen to the people that think that I'm going to fail, which I don't know how many people really think that. I think most people, have good intentions, and most people want to see people shine, and I want to see you guys shine. No matter who you are, no matter what our encounters have been in the past, especially people in real life that I know. I've definitely had negative encounters with people, but at the end of the day, I want people to be successful. I want people to really feel happy, and maybe I won't be in their life, and maybe that's a good thing. But yeah, I hope you guys find your why, find your purpose, and you're able to get through the burnout. I don't know how helpful this video was, but if anything, oh my gosh, sorry. If anything, I hope that it helps at least one person, and I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. I just had I don't know if you guys saw that. It was like a spit bubble. Anyways, I'm a mess, but my life is a beautiful mess, and it's only going to get more beautiful. And even though I'm gonna have hard moments, worst moments, everybody is. There's gonna be good and bad, ugly, beautiful. It's life, and there's so much good. There's so much to look forward to. So I hope you guys are having an amazing, phenomenal day. And if anything, I hope you guys are able to laugh at me while I make a mess of myself. But alright, bye guys.